SATs, or state akin to sleep, is a great way to start your manifestation journey. It can also be called the God state of mind because in this state, wherever feelings and thoughts you create will manifest into reality. Therefore, you can create anything, basically being a god. But how do you do it? How do you know when to stop? Must you loop the scene as you sleep? Is it crucial to everything? This took experimentation too. After beginning with SATs a few years ago and using it for desires, I decided to write this as the most simple and easy way to do it, so you never have to sleep in frustration or worry again. Keeping this simple and natural is the best way to consciously manifest, and this has been overcomplicated beyond measure. What is SATS? Simply put, it's when you immobilized your body as you're about to sleep or in meditation when the conscious mind is most quiet, and you imagine a scene of the end of your desire and feel it real with 5 senses, alongside the wish fulfilled. It's the easiest way to start. 1. Determine what you want and draft out your scene. Maybe takes a minute at most. Grab some paper and write down in this fashion. What do I want? What would imply that I have gotten what I wanted? With this, you determine your objective in a simple 5-second scene that implies that you have gotten that objective. For example, if you want a new job, you can simply imagine yourself in that new position or anything that feels natural to you. Again, the key here is natural. Get fun with it, but keep it simple. Some easy examples to follow. One of my favorite ways to do it is to have someone congratulate me in a conversation, which is what I feel is the easiest way to go about it. For example, me, I've gotten it already. Person, congratulations. That's awesome. Me, thanks. If you can't visualize the person in front of you, you can imagine yourself picking up the phone and talking over the phone, or seeing a text message conversation of the above. It should be something similar to what you do day to day. Do you usually text your friends with good news? Imagine those text messages. Do you call them? Imagine that phone call. Do you usually tell your mom and she congratulates you? Imagine your mom hugging you. Manipulating an already existing experience. Memory is the easiest way to convince yourself that your desire is done. I'm sure you've been congratulated at least once before. 2. Get comfortable and imagine time. You've gotten your scene, nice. So now get comfortable. Whether it's lying on your back, sitting up, or reclining in a chair, make sure it's where you can get drowsy enough but still maintain focus. You want to reach that limbo stage. You don't have to imagine before bed specifically. You can imagine before a nap, or closing your eyes on the bus. Wherever you want to do it, you can. At this point, imagine your scene, but make it as accurate as you can as here and now. As a first person, think of it like your memories in first person. Imagine that way, like through your own eyes. It may be fuzzy, but don't worry. Even after I have manifested so much, my scenes are sometimes vague, but don't force your mind. You don't need something super crisp and clear in the first round. You may prefer one sense over the other. For example, if you're more visual, you'll probably visualize things more clearly. Me, I am more auditory, so I tend to hear the scene, which in turn enriches the visualization aspect of it. Don't get super caught up in the details. Simple is best. Once you see the details come in, launch your thoughts. What do you think of what's happening? Isn't it great? Wow, I'm so glad this is here now. I'm so grateful for this, etc. Generate these thoughts as though you've already had them in your imagination. This part will kinda happen naturally. Loop the scene as many times as you need until it feels real. Do this for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. If your mind wanders away, gently remind yourself back to your scene again, or keep your thoughts on the matter, one step at a time. But do not force your mind, if not you'll never fall asleep. Lol. This makes you frustrated and irritated. You'll start to feel annoyed as to why you can't fall asleep yet, and then the magic is lost at that point. So don't force the mind. Make it effortless. 3. Feel it real and stop. Go to sleep. Contrary to what has been said, you don't have to loop it to sleep. I have never done that, and if it's unnatural to you, don't do it. If you find it works, do it. If not, you'll never go to sleep. Or worse yet, you go to sleep feeling defeated and like shit. Been there, done that. Don't do it. There is a stark difference between disciplining the mind and forcing it. By feel it real, I don't mean 5 senses, but feeling it as though you have it. That's the key here. Sometimes after I imagine, I open my eyes and think, wow, that's awesome, I'm glad it's already done. And feel this deep gratitude and drift off to sleep feeling good. It's that simple. If you don't reach it during your first night, do it again and again the night after that. Eventually, in my own experience, you can reach that feeling within a matter of days, never that long. When do you stop imagining? You know when you know. When you reach that point of relief and you're like, I don't need to do it anymore. Then don't. You'll know it as an inner conviction, like you know how the sky is blue. You don't bat an eye. Exactly. When you reach that same knowingness in your desire, it's finished. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy life. Yes, it is that simple. There is no strict science behind this. You do not have to force yourself to imagine until it materializes. This will only tire you out and makes you more prone to giving up because you'll start to ask yourself, why isn't it here yet? Especially as you start as a beginner. I've been there. 4. Develop your toolkit with music. Okay, so you've imagined. Now what do you do for the remaining 16 hours of the day? What do you think about the desire? What do you think of it? Can you even think of it? Can you imagine again? I always struggled with this part. But for the remaining 16 hours of the day, check in with your mental diet. What that means is, do you constantly tell yourself a different story than what you imagine? Do you always doubt yourself? Monitor what you think. Don't worry or panic, because you're just starting. See where your thoughts go and see if there is anything you tell yourself outside of your SATs session that contradicts it. Then change that thought pattern gently to where you want it to be. That's about it. Why do I mention music? Because it's a powerful tool, and the music gets stuck in your head a lot. Find a song that you like that makes you feel the wish fulfilled. For me, that's Congratulations by Post Malone. I listen to that before I sleep while I kinda imagine, and also during the day, which generates thoughts of hell yeah, it's finished. Again, the feeling of knowing is the key here. Find a song that makes you feel accomplished, like a winner, or your backing track that's personal to you. I find this takes away the stress of imagining. Do whatever it is to generate that same feeling of relief and accomplishment. Whatever is natural to you. Whether it means self-talk in the mirror, writing a diary entry as though you've had it, etc. But I recommend music as a key here. Because if you ever doubt or worry, just put that song on and blast it in your head. The feelings and your dancing to that tune will flood your brain and heart and soul. And you enjoy good feelings. 5. Remember, the universe is a mental. If you see something you don't like in real life, remember the whole world is a reflection of what happens in the content of your head. It's that simple. You get what you focus on, so just acknowledge it's there, but don't focus on the bad. Pull yourself back to the feeling. I know ignoring, not reacting to the 3D is way easier said than done, and this is something that takes practice all. The goal here is to generate your good feelings. If you feel the urge to take action, do it. The difference between forced and inspired action is that forced action comes from a place of fear, whereas inspired action comes from a place of confidence and knowing. With the changes you make in your mind, you'll feel compelled to act anyway. Congratulations, you have done the scene well and you imagine greatly. Enjoy your desire and relax. Sit back, calm down, and take it easy. It is finished. Here is a bonus technique to get your manifestation faster. This technique, known as the Relaxation Ritual, was taken from the Western mystery school, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. It's also known in psychology as a body scan. This technique is fairly simple and very easy to use to induce what Neville referred to as the state akin to sleep. This meditation is a simple ritual, yet a very important one. What this ritual helps you to do is get into a very spiritual state of mind and relax the body so that during any ritual work, one is not worried about their aching body from a long day. This way, one keeps a clear and focused mindset on the ritual to be performed. If you are having trouble sleeping, this ritual can be performed to help relax all parts of your body so you can have a nice, deep sleep. This ritual also helps bridge the gap between the subconscious and conscious mind by quieting the ego voice. Step 1. Start by finding a place where you will not be disturbed by anything or anyone. Either sitting up with a good posture or lying down are acceptable positions for this ritual. Step 2. Begin by visualizing a ball of bright yellow energy. Feel it as a warm, soothing, and comforting ball of energy. One important side note is not to think of this ball as just a simple ball of energy. Think of it as the sun or the morning sun rising into the new day, bringing forth to the earth new life, vitality, and light. Feel this ball slowly enveloping your feet. Feel its warmth beginning to relax your feet, taking away all tension and aches from all parts of your feet. Feel them completely relaxed. Feel every muscle in your foot without pain or aches, just completely relaxed. Step 3. Now start to bring the ball slowly up your ankles and the bottom of your legs. Feel the warmth taking away all aches and pains from your ankles and legs. They are completely relaxed. Now feel it moving up to the thigh area, then to the waist, making all areas it touches feel relaxed. Continue to do this throughout your entire body. Move the ball up to your stomach, chest, neck, and end at your head. Step 4. If at any point in this relaxation you begin to feel an area of your body starting to feel tense or coming out of its relaxed state, direct the ball to that area and feel it becoming relaxed again. You might want to leave it there for a few moments to ensure that the feeling stays. Step 5. After your entire body is relaxed, take a few moments to feel it. Feel every muscle in every part of your body fully relaxed. Your mind is relaxed. Any thoughts of work, the kids, or the mundane world does not make a difference. Now take a few breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, as in the fourfold breath. You can now begin to do your ritual work.